what's up, everyone? This is AJ with ThinkGrids, ThinkGrids.com, delivering value to your business one video at a time. So today we're coming live with this video, and this is what we call the Startup Junkie Show. In case I haven't told you or you missed the news, coming later this fall, we're going to do a soft launch of StartupJunkie.io, which is a crowdsourcing website, a social site for entrepreneurs, wantrepreneurs, business owners to kind of crowdsource information, funding, any and everything you need to know about business in terms of getting paid, increasing customer engagement. All of those things will be found at that website and will be shared. So today's topic: how to build a personal brand with proven results using Facebook ads. Okay, so before I dig deep into that, I have a question for you. What does companies like Airbnb, Google, Spotify, and other companies such as Nike all have in common? Well, guess what? They all got successful telling stories, using storytelling to educate and emotionally engage the consumer to their brand. Don't believe me? Let me share some proven results with you here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Right here, 10 examples of brand storytelling with data that hit the mark. And this is from Global Web Index. Okay, it's an article written in 2018. Storytelling under Airbnb. Storytelling lies at the very heart of Airbnb's marketing. Okay, we have Airbnb, Spotify, Google, Zillow, right? And why am I sharing this with you? Well, tell you what. Before I even get even deeper into the subject, I want to share something else with you. What I'm going to share with you is promotional ads that we ran for a client and a promotional ad I did for myself. And then after I show you this, I'll come right back and explain everything to you. Check this out.
Personal injury is my passion. I've had the experience of seeing a husband with children, responsibilities, who could not figure out why his wife left at such an unfortunate time.
Ultimately, I actually end up living in my car for about a month. That situation really tested my resolve and my passion for my reason why as an entrepreneur. And that reason is to impact the world, leave a legacy for my family, and basically to add value in my own unique way. And so, when I decided that I didn't want anyone to have control over my time, to have control over me, to have control over whether or not I ate, whether or not I have a place to stay, whether or not I had a car to drive, is when I got back up on the horse and I really started pursuing my why with a vengeance. And so I'm saying to you as an entrepreneur, you might feel down, you might feel vulnerable sometimes.
Okay, so in the first ad, basically it was an attorney ad that we did, right? And the attorney was explaining a situation where he said this client had gone through extreme turmoil and was at a loss, had lost a loved one. And in the second example, it was me talking about my experiences as an entrepreneur and how at one point I lost everything, but somehow found my reason why to get back up and start fighting again. So you might say, well, what does that have to do with marketing? Think about Nike for a second. Whenever you see a Nike commercial, they'll show an athlete either one, performing at the top of their game, or two, overcoming hardship to ultimately triumph. Because they engage the consumer via emotional, via emotions, the consumer can really feel the story and psychologically, believe it or not, associates that brand, that product from diversity or adversity, that is, from adversity to overcoming obstacles to triumph. And so when you see a brand like Nike, the just do it, to get off your butt and win, you automatically associate winning with the brand. So it is no wonder that Nike basically controls the majority of the share as it relates to sports apparel and sports footwear. Okay? Now, in the attorney ad and in my ad, we both talked about adversity and overcoming. If you were a consumer looking for someone who understands what you went through after maybe losing a loved one or having an accident and losing everything, or not having transportation, or going through hardship because you lost, then seeing an attorney ad like that, ad that really engaged you, would make you want to call that attorney. It's a psychological thing, because the attorney is not sympathizing with you. Oh, I feel sorry for you. No, the attorney is empathizing with you, meaning I understand exactly what you're going through, and here's how I can help. Now, what we do in terms of building a brand with our company ThinkGrids, and I'm sharing this with you. This is a kind of over the shoulder share with you, an entrepreneur, business owner, really trying to expand and grow the brand. You have to tell a story and give consumers reasons why they should engage with your brand. And we actually do this in two ways. We do this through storytelling, but the storytelling has two purposes. One, to engage the consumer emotionally, and two, is to educate the consumer. In another ad that the attorney did, questions was posed to the attorney about insurance companies, and it was, do not talk to insurance companies, was the response from the attorney, because if you do, this is what's going to happen. In other words, they're going to use what you say against you, and you might not get you might not fare as well in a suit. Okay? See, as a brand, you have to do something to differentiate yourself. You have to engage a consumer emotionally and educate them at the same time. Think about all of the ads that you hear, whether it's on radio, or if you see an ad that you scroll right past on social media, you just scroll right past it, or if you see something on TV where you just flip the channel. You want to know why? And this is a beautiful, beautiful example, because the ad does not resonate with you. This is the best example I can give you. How many attorney ads have you heard that say, "We don't get paid unless you do. We will fight for you"? Or how many car dealerships ads have you heard? "Good, bad, no, slow credit. It doesn't matter. Bankruptcy. We got you covered. Driving a car today." Now, think about all of the attorney ads that you hear about "we don't get paid unless you do," and all of the car dealership ads that you hear that's either offering a discount on some vehicle or saying your credit doesn't matter. So it all becomes noise. And so what ends up happening for the actual advertiser, such as an attorney or a car dealership, they actually end up spending more money to break through the noise. when all they had to simply do was tell a story. Give a consumer a compelling reason on why they should come to you. That is how you resonate with a potential customer, a potential client, generate leads, and how you determine, or how you separate your brand, your personal brand, from everyone else. Okay? And speaking of, if you're building a personal brand, whether it's a brand, whether you're in entertainment, or if you're in the motivation, and the speaking circuit, wherever you are, if you're trying to build a personal brand, you have to have a story. Okay? You have to have a story. And I think I have the book here. Let me see. And I hate to call the sister out, but she actually does really good stuff. And I don't have the book here, but I'll share the book. I'm not gonna mention her name because I don't have the book in front of me, but she does a really good job in promoting her personal brand. And so anyway, and this is live too, by the way. So yeah, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna do things that may be a bit unconventional, but I just really want to share with you on how to actually build a personal brand. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, I think the author's name, and this is a self-published book, Sharika Hunt. Sharika Hunt is very good at promoting, but her book, she actually signed a copy of it for me. It's called Through My Tears. I think it's called Through My Tears. And what she does is she basically takes you on a journey from suffrage all the way up to triumph. And that's why she's winning. If you search her on Facebook, you'll find her. She's winning. And she's winning because she takes you on the journey. Like, I don't know if that was intentional. If you're watching this video, Ms. Hunt, I don't know if that's intentional, but you're definitely winning because you're doing all the right things. Now, I got an offer for you. I got a call to action, some things that I want you to do. You may have heard in an earlier show of Startup Junkie that I will be releasing a book, an ebook that specifically talks about story brand telling and using emotional as well as educational marketing to expand and grow your brand, to increase customers, to increase profits and clients, and basically just creating kick-ass Facebook campaigns that resonate with consumers. Now, what I'm going to do is share this with you. Right here is the book. The book is almost done. Okay? It's a simple two-step process. Only two. It ain't a bunch of steps. Two-step process for creating profitable Facebook ads. Pick a winner strategy explained. Through this simple two-step process, learn how to engage Facebook ads, build a brand, and grow profits through storytelling. And so let me just kind of go through some of the topics that are covered. Okay, of course, this is an introduction. This is me, and I'll tell you a little bit more about me. All right, but what's covered in the book? Well, we cover what is brand storytelling, what is emotional marketing, what's educational marketing, how both emotional and educational marketing storytelling can help your brand. We also give you a case study, Nike storytelling, and basically how they help build an empire by basically using this strategy, and more importantly here, a tool on how you can create multiple versions of a Facebook storytelling ad. And so you might say, well, multiple variants of ads, and what is that? Well, we use a specific tool. Well, let me just say this. You can create, if you're a business out there creating Facebook ads, or you have somebody doing your Facebook advertising for you, chances are your people are going to create, your advertising agency or you might boost a post, which, by the way, boosting a post is not actual Facebook advertising. It doesn't necessarily have a strategy behind it other than maybe picking a targeted demographic who you want to target, and put your ad in front of. But outside of that, it's really not a whole lot of strategy because there's more to it than strategy. But here's the point. Through this tool, identified in the book, the right type of content with a few videos can create multiple ads, say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, all the way up to 250, 56 ads, okay? And you might say, well, why is that important? It's important because it's all part of what we call a pick a winner strategy. In other words, when when you hire agencies and they create ads, they might create a couple of ads. And you probably heard me talk a bit about this with my friend out of Atlanta who's spending about $30,000 a month, and his advertising is not working. What happens is, even though you have the perfect ad in your mind, you have a couple of ads that are running on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Those two ads, even though you think they're perfect in your mind, they may not resonate with your consumer. That's why you have to create multiple variants of ads, and you have to do what is called split testing, okay? ABC split testing. And once you find an ad that's a winner, that's the pick a winner strategy, that's the one you really start putting your ad budget behind. And so why is this important if you're trying to build a kick-ass personal brand? Well, the reason why it's important is because you can quickly get from what doesn't work to what does work that gets your personal brand or your business or your product or your service in front of more people, okay? And that it has the most powerful results because the ads are resonating through telling stories, engaging a consumer or a potential customer or client emotionally, and educating them at the same time. So, I got a special offer for you. And this is not really an ad because I'm sharing this for free. Originally, we were going to release the ebook. Very short read, no more than 15 pages, right? We were going to release this in December. However, if you DM me and say, I want my copy, or if you put your name in the comment section and say, I want my copy, or yes, give me a copy, anything that indicates that I want a copy, I'll get your information and I'll give you a copy of it before we actually release it. And this is something that has worked tremendously for our clients. And again, if you don't know who I am, I guess I should have did that in the beginning of this, right? AJ, ThinkGrids Media, an Inc. verified company. I've run ad agencies, right? I've worked through my partnerships or through my employment with such Fortune 500 companies, Radio One, Clear Channel, Cumulus Broadcasting. I've done campaigns for such companies as Apple, Sony, Wrigley's, really the big dogs, okay? But guess what? You don't have to have a huge Fortune 500 budget in order to grow your brand, in order to show people your offering, in order to bring your value to the world. Again, here's my call to action to you. Say, yes, I want a copy, or yes, give me my copy, or anything that indicates you want a copy, type yes in. I'll contact you, get your information, and make sure that you get it before everyone else gets it. And it's free. There's no cost. You want to know why I'm doing this? I'm doing this because we've been inundated by tons and tons of 997 guys, okay? I call them the 997 guys that promise you fame and fortune and that it'll be champagne dreams and caviar wishes, as long as as long as you pay them $9.97 and take their social media marketing course. And you don't have to do that. Pardon the expression. That shit. Okay, you don't have to do it. You can do it for yourself. There's so many resources out there. Okay, how we get clients. Sure, clients know that they can do it for themselves, but sometimes they just don't have the time, and that's where we come in. But if you are a person that's looking to grow your personal brand, looking to grow your business, if you're a local business, looking to figure out, man, how can I make this work? This ebook is for you. So, with that said, drop those yeses in the comment section. You can even DM me, all right? And I'll make sure you get your copy once I get your contact information, and we'll be good to go. So until next time, until the next Startup Junkie, which is next Monday, we've switched from Friday nights to doing it on Monday and Wednesday. And the time is typically around 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock on Wednesdays, and afternoons like around lunchtime on Mondays. But don't worry, you'll start seeing more of our ads around talking about the Startup Junkie, and you'll see more of us as we share not only my 25 plus years in professional sales and the marketing business, but the experience of my entire office, the experience of working with big brands, and knowing that you don't have to have $1 million budget to look like you do. So, don't worry about it. I got you covered. Until next time, take care, everybody. Take care.